So you don't need prayer to have some things going on good in your relationship or in your marriage. So let's get down to the 5 things that I have in this video that you don't need prayer for. Some people question God after praying, they still see that their marriage fails. You see some marriages that, they got to the altar of prayer, prayers were poured and everything came, and at the end of the day, it still looked like the prayers wasn't answered, or maybe the marriage still failed. So it's important to know why, because when you know why, you stop blaming God. And of course, you take corrections if you need to, and also, be in the better position to help someone who wants to make the same mistakes. First is communication issues. Prayer cannot solve communication issues or communication problems in marriage. Marriage is 99% communication. If you want to have a successful marriage, you cannot do away with communication. So the problem of every marriage actually begins first from communication. When there is no flow of thought, no flow of understanding, no flow of perspective, when these things are not in place, the marriage begins to sink, the marriage begins to have problems. That's why when you come to marriages where the couples are always quarreling, always having issues, what happens is that there is a breach in the communication. You can't share your thoughts, I can't share mine, and that becomes a problem. And sometimes the reason why you have issues in your marriage is because of lack of understanding of flow of thoughts, flow of communication. So when it has to do with communication issues, you cannot pray it away. Whether you fast or sowed seed about it, you will still go back to the fact that you must learn how to communicate. So communication is what you learn how to do, and it takes an intelligent person to communicate, because you need to study the person you are communicating with. You need to know what this person understands as a language. Everybody has a language. When we talk about love language, it's still just about understanding what works for this person. Everyone responds to issues differently. So you need to take time to study your partner, study your spouse, and then position yourself the right way so that you can communicate better. So every time is not for talking, every time is not for discussing, every time is not for presenting your needs, every time is not for, sensitive discussion. So you should know what works for your spouse better, the right time to talk, the right time to keep quiet. And communication don't simply mean talking, talking, talking. There are ways you can communicate. There are body languages. So you should be able to understand what works best for your partner. So this is not about prayer. Prayer is not going to do so much here. Even if you pray, God will still put you in position to go and learn how to talk to your spouse, because marriage is about you and the person. There is no physical, presence of God that is going to come to work out the marriage for you. So